This is a typical day at Blackhead Beach in Dunedin. Tension arises as both locals and scarfies are eager to catch their share of waves for the day. I've noticed there are tensions between locals and scarfie surfers in the water. Why do you think this is?
Well, the locals, they're born here and they learn to surf here, and every single year a new group of surfers comes in and just takes over all the breaks, and the scarfies on a much chiller time schedule, they don't have to work or anything, so they're often at the breaks at the most opportune times as well, so I guess that would piss off me if I lived here, but I don't.
How do you feel about local surfers in the water?
I reckon if you show the locals respect, then you'll get respect back. There's always those few that are angry anyway because they don't like you and they haven't even given you a chance. But most of the time, if you're nice, people be nice back, and you don't take advantage.
Yeah.
I don't.
And have you ever had a personal experience with a local in the water?
Was anyone drop there?
Yeah, it was me, bro.
Start then.
We're filming.
We're filming an interview.
Is that?
Yeah. The Christian. Oh yeah, I have, yeah. So I was at Blackhead, and I took off on this left, and someone yelled at me from behind, and I looked round, and ended up getting hit in the chest by a section and fucking landing on top of this chick who, I don't know what her name is, but she's good friends with one of my friends. And she lives in Dunedin and she hates all students that surf, and she got her knickers in a bit of a twist at me, and I ended up leaving the water because it was just too awkward. And it was a girl, yeah, so.
How do you think this kind of thing can be managed?
I don't know, I just some things are just going to happen anyway, it's just accidents. Surfing's quite a dynamic sport and shit like that happens, but I think if you respect people, then they'll respect you, and that's usually the easiest way to go about it.
It's just locals, they've got a place of attachment to where they've grown up and where they've surfed for most of their life or whatever. They're from here and they just take it a bit more seriously. They're always surfing it, therefore they probably feel more of a right to have waves there, and get the bombs and etc. etc. Yeah.
So, how do you feel about scarfie surfers? Have you had any problems with them?
No, they're pretty good. Generally, you occasionally might get real snaky kind of one or two that think they're better than everyone else because they're normally quite good surfers, but they can be quite snaky, but it's all good. They normally get sorted out. Had one at Blackhead with a guy who was actually a local.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he dropped in on me.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Alright, so how do you think the issue can be managed?
Just a bit more respect.
I think there's tensions between them because a lot of the time they show up in cars with more fucking people than there is seats, crowd the lineups. We're not used to that around these parts. I also think there's probably tension because fucking 95% of the people around, or the locals around here, are all tradies, and after a fucking day's work, the last thing you want to do is go surfing with a bunch of cunts that don't work.
So do you think locals should have priority, wave selection and whatnot?
I think locals should have priority at certain spots. I don't see why we should have priority on average days around town. Nobody really cares about it that much when it's not all time pumping anyway. So.
Yeah. Have you personally had any run-ins or incidents with scarfies in the water?
I've had quite a few. Most recent one to date, Sam Guthrie dropping in on me on a 6-foot bomb at the spit. So I had to fucking give him the hard word, and it's not acceptable.
Yeah.
That's what gives scarfies a bad name around here. If it wasn't for people like him letting them down, there wouldn't be any issues at all. I think it could be managed by tradesmen's hours. So only tradesmen surf after 4:30. And then you can have it all day and we'll just have it after 4:30 in the weekends.
Right. Anything else to add?
Nah, not really. 90% of the scarfies are bloody good buggers, but it's just 10% that let them down, so that's all I have to say.
Cheers, Tom.
No worries.